Okay, so I saw this post, what 90s song will always be a banger, and a bunch came to mind. First up, Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey because, I mean, just has classic written all over it. Amazing production. This is actually the first time that she would work with Jermaine Dupri. Her vocals on here are fantastic. I just love listening to all of it. Great songwriting by her as well. And she directed the music video herself, which a lot of people don't know. But, whenever I think of 90s, this is like one of the first songs that I think of, one of her best. Also have to have Fantasy by Mariah as well. She directed this music video as well. This was her first one directed. Number one 8 weeks, first song by a female artist to go number one, and so rightfully deserved. Vocals in here amazing. The way she was able to flip that Genius of Love Tom Tom Club sample is brilliant. Love her songwriting on here, which she's underrated for. And she had the remix of this, which was very popular and helped popularize the pop rap collab that we see so nowadays. That's the Way Love Goes by Janet Jackson. So as it's been said, towards this point in the 90s, New Jack Swing was kind of on its way out, and she really helped usher in a new song with this. I believe this one was also number one for 8 weeks. The music video is great as well. I believe she said something of like there was like this party that she had and she described it, and then the music video basically gave like that same vibe and everything. So great music video on here. I like her vocals on here. Shout out to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis for the production. Such a great trio. I like the writing on here. It's just super catchy. Also had to give it to If from the same album because yeah, they actually wanted this to be the lead single, but then she was convinced to go with That's the Way Love Goes instead. And I could see it going either way because both of them are great. But I mean, the choreography for this video is some of the best choreography that I've ever seen for sure. And I love whenever Janet taps into a rock bag. Yeah, this is a hit to me. I Get Lonely off of The Velvet Rope, of course, because it's one of the best R&B songs of all time. And I just really love everything about it. Just bonafide classic. Also say Together Again, she wrote that one for her friends with AIDS. Have it be in memory of them and do it so well. Shout out to her, and I really appreciate that song. And then you can also say God Till It's Gone with Q-Tip is a classic as well. I mean, this whole album basically is a classic. Mariah's Daydream is a classic, but this is the one I wanted to mention. I'm Your Baby Tonight, Whitney Houston. Yeah, I really like the video for this. I like the little choreography that she does. And I heard that she recorded this in one take because she wanted to go to the ball. Who else could do that? And like all the ad libs and the riffs and runs on the song. Just what an enjoyable listen. And yeah, I just miss when vocalists used to be vocalists. And just what she was able to do with song. Immaculate, immaculate, one of her best. Also, I Have Nothing is definitely a classic. Again, the whole soundtrack is I Will Always Love You was number one for 14 weeks. I think I prefer the song a little bit more, probably because it, hasn't been played as much, even though it's still insanely popular. But just a stunning vocal performance from Whitney. I like the production. I like the lyrics. Just breathtaking, quintessential 90s. Bills, 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 Destiny's Child, because, I mean, this obviously had to get a mention. Love the video. I just think it's super catchy. Well done. Also had to go with Say My Name for the exact same reason. Yeah, these two songs really put them on the map, and so well deserved, honestly. And this is a very strong album. A lot of people would argue it's their best. I would put Destiny Fulfilled over it, but I'm not mad at this selection. Laurynhill, Do Wop That Thing. Yeah, entire album, skip list, as we already know, and this is like the first song I remember hearing by her, and I still enjoy listening to it. I really like the rapping, the songwriting, the production here is phenomenal as well. Yeah, this is just amazing. TLC No Scrub. Shout out to Candy, man. Like, she has so many hits. People like to play on her a little bit too much, but I mean, she got hit after hit after hit. And that's exactly what she gave us with this song, just one that you keep listening to over time. And I enjoy it every single time it comes on, even though I've heard it a lot. And I can't say that for many songs. They did what had to be done. Aaliyah, One in a Million. Yes, this album really was a step in the right direction for her in so many ways. And again, like whenever I'm just thinking of like amazing R&B songs, this is always one of the first one that comes to mind. I love the music video, I love the vocals, the production, the lyrics. Like this, it doesn't really get better than this. It honestly doesn't. And so what she was able to do with it, I love it, love it. Brandy Sitting Up in My Room. I love the song. I love it. It's one of my favorites for her, for sure. And, shout out to Babyface. And yeah, she had a lot of classics. The Boys, Mine with Monica, obviously has to be mentioned, or I would be crucified, and rightfully so, because that was a great piece, and I love what they were able to do vocally on it. Baby was a great song. I Want to Be Down is a killer debut single. I mean, Brandy had a lot of hits in the 90s. What she was able to do for that, teen pop, R&B market, along with Aaliyah, Monica, that has to be stated. Genie in the Bottle, Christinaaguilera. I like this one a lot. People do a little bit too much on this song for me, but like that descending piano or production at the beginning is like one of my favorite parts of it. I think it's a bop. I enjoyed it. Then also What a Girl Wants is certainly a classic as well, so I wanted to mention it. I like I Turn to You as well. That's one of the first Christina songs I ever remember hearing, so those three are classics in my opinion. Baby One More Time, Britney Spears. I mean, I mentioned this one in a lot of my videos recently, but as you guys know, one of the best debut singles of all time. Shout out to Max Martin, great vocals by Britney, great writing, great video. Yeah, this song is just iconic and it will continue to be until the end of time, and that's that. Because You Love Me, Celine Dion. I mean, Celine's gonna nail about it. It is what it is, and this is always one I've enjoyed ever since I was younger. So of course I had to mention Celine this list for her dominance on the 90s and for the hits that she's given us. I know Diane Warren wrote this. She also wrote I Turn to You by Christinaaguilera and some other big hits of the 90s. So, wanted to give Celine her shine with this song because it's well deserved. Also, The Power of Love is a great ballad, so I wanted to mention this one too. I believe Diane Warren wrote this one, so another classic. We love it. Great vocals, everything on here is spectacular. Believe by Cher, a bop. A bop. She popularized auto-tune with this song. I really like the second verse on here. I just think it's a fun song to listen to, and we love to see it. Black or White, Michael Jackson, absolutely classic. Queen, These Are the Days of Our Lives. I think that this is a great, sentimental piece. Shout out to Roger Taylor for kind of like spearheading this one. Very vocals by Freddie. I really like the instrumentation and everything about the song is just amazing. Last pick, I wanted to go Paper Bag by Fionaapple. This is a classic to me. I know after Criminal, she basically flops. It is what it is, but she's still great music. I wanted to mention this one though. I think it's a great writing. I like her voice on here. I like the production. It's a well done track, so I wanted to throw this one on here. Okay, so after I did this for TikTok, I realized that I wanted to add in a few songs by the Chicks because they had some great stuff. So Wide Open Spaces. I just think that it's a great song, and this album is actually underrated as well. So this was my first pick. Then Cowboy Take Me Away, beautiful song to listen to, and Last Up Good by Earl, a classic that I love. So yeah, that was mainly gonna be my list. I wanted to keep it to songs that were pretty popular for the most part because if I did album tracks, I would be here all day long. And so I wanted to know what you guys think about this list. Are there any iconic songs that you feel like were left out? And just let me know what your favorites are overall. Do you agree with any of my picks? Do you disagree with my picks? And let's continue that conversation.